So, here we are again.
I've been sat waiting in reception all morning. What took you so long?
We have other priorities aside from Mr. Tate's disappearance. And you might have come here voluntarily, but you are under caution.
Fine, crack on.
£12:31, DC Meaden interviewing Kane Dingle, solicitor Mr. Drake in the room. Mr. Dingle, assuming you haven't taken up landscape gardening, could you tell us why you were found shovelling earth from a rectangular hollow as you might find in a cemetery?
I've already told you.
For the tape.
I got a text from Noah saying that he was in trouble, so I went to find him. There was a hole in the ground with a phone in it.
Can I remind you that Mr. Dingle is here of his own volition? There was no grounds for arrest or indeed any evidence to suggest a crime has been committed. No human remains, no trace of a body.
Yeah, and you've seen my phone, so you know I'm telling the truth.
Text from Noah Dingle at 17:15. I'm in Home Farm Woods and I'm scared and lost. I think someone's after me.
Which confirms my client's account. You've wasted enough of his time. I think an apology's in order.
Your cooperation is noted. Makes a pleasant change, in fact.
Anything to get you lot off my back.
I wouldn't get too complacent. You're still very much on our radar.
Hey, have you got anything special I can take back to Liv's? She wants us to celebrate Chaz's baby.
Sure, yeah, we've got some fancy toasties in the bottom of the freezer. No one's buying them, though. Just checking out this symposium, which I thought was a musical instrument, but apparently not. It's the annual get-together of the Independent Retailers Union. The Yorkshire reps dropped out. They've asked me to go.
Sounds like a massive jolly, basically. All right for some, innit?
Read it and weep. Look at that. Spa, jacuzzi.
Cool. I'll be all right here on my own. Mike can cover the shop.
I get it. You want the house to yourself. So what do you think? Make up for the night you spent in that hotel on your own.
It's term time. Oh. Have you forgotten that I'm a teacher now? You can go then.
No, it's for partners and all. That's part of the attraction. I don't want to be sitting in the bar all on my lonesome. I might tell the guy no.
Oi! Like my text, I don't you?
Sorry, I was busy with Megan.
Oh, well, whatever. I have found the perfect premises for our pizza and Prosecco bar. It is dead central, cheap.
What's the catch?
Well, it used to be a pet shop, so there's a teeny issue with smell. Don't get too excited, but we are meeting the landlord at 1.
I can't, I'm sorry, I'm really busy with stuff for take of hour. I promised Megan I'd get it done. Actually, I was supposed to do it last night, but...
Oh, did your little family dinner party take over, did it? Well, it's nice to know you've got your priorities straight, partner. Don't go back to school. Looks like my place is going to be empty.
Aren't you teaching?
Migraine.
Dad should have been home days ago, not dragging it out for longer. I mean, when did I last have a holiday? That's what I want to know.
Well, you did go and play golf at that bar last week.
Work, Laurel. And that was one afternoon, not swanning off without any notice. Yeah, annual leave should be agreed by the other directors.
When has Dad ever followed procedures?
Well, maybe he should. Might stop him acting like a dappy teenager trying to impress his first crush.
We're having an issue with these locally sourced goodie bags for Kim's Sustainability Awards next week.
Nicola's got an issue.
Yeah, because I'm on board with the concept, which doesn't mean praline coming from Glasgow.
232 food miles. I had to check it up on my phone.
And the nuts are from some town in Turkey that I can't even spell.
Are you serious?
Kim just wants to make a name in the local business community. That's why I've been lumbered with organising everything. And I don't think she actually cares. Well, I do. I'm all about integrity now with my council plans.
Well, then go and show it somewhere else. Stop delaying production and get back to work.
Stop worrying, OK? Dad's semi-retired, technically, when it suits him, and Manpreet makes him happy.
She's using him, Pre. We both know it. Let's hope Nikhil's talked some sense into him.
I'm starving.
What?
I haven't had lunch.
Can't believe you're thinking about food now.
I had double PE this morning. And obviously this is much better than my dad's flash toasties.
Well, what now? Seriously? It's not Harry Potter, Jacob. She's not going to start waving at you.
It just feels a bit weird.
We could go upstairs.
Or we could just talk.
We talk all the time. The whole point of yesterday's charm offensive was to protect our time together. I thought that's what you wanted too.
I do.
So then show me. Forget everything else except us. Now. Enjoying each other. What's this about? Came in, arrested. DC Meaden called to talk to Noah about some text message.
No, he wasn't arrested. He went there this morning to help them with their inquiries.
Did I hear the police caught your husband on my land?
And this had nothing to do with you, of course. Aren't you a bit old to be playing games, Kim? And don't you go reading anything into it.
Didn't say a word.
Will you come and have a proper sit down?
I'm only collecting a few glasses.
Mum, you need to take it easy.
Not for the next 6 months, I don't. Robert, tell him.
I know you're worried, but I reckon your mum knows what she's doing.
Could I trouble you for another chat?
No, Doug, you can't. She's resting.
Right, I see. And congratulations, by the way, if I'm allowed to know.
Yes, you are, Doug, and thank you very much. Don't bother listening to him. I might not be able to lug a few barrels, but I can certainly pull pints. I think it's the menopause. They said the symptoms could kick in straight after the op.
Are you sure you're not just in pain?
I can't sleep. I'm snappy. I'm having to strip layers off because I'm sweating. Pete's sussed out what it is. I've denied it, obviously.
OK, so if you're right, there's stuff you can do in there. I mean, they talked about a counsellor at the hospital, didn't they? So you could go back and say you're struggling. You could ask about HRT.
Yeah, they talked to me about that, but I just wanted to wait and see what the symptoms would be.
Right, and now you know. I mean, your hormones...
It's how they're making me feel, Marlon. Like, not just about me, but about everything. Paddy and the baby, you know. I should have been thrilled at that news, not crying into my pillow the second he'd gone. I hate myself for it. Because, you know what happened to Grace? That was just so awful. So him and Chaz, they deserve this so much. But there's a nasty, awful side of me that just feels like it's not fair.
I'll have an orange juice, please, Chaz.
You're Tracy, right?
Oh, yeah, Amy. Yeah, Eric's told me all about you. Oh, he's full of it since you've been back.
Bless him. Oh, it's funny seeing him without Val, though.
Oh.
It's all changed here now.
Hey, you should come out with us one night. Me and Layla.
Yeah, sound. She just said the same thing, actually.
Huh? What are you doing here? I thought you were busy with Take a Vow.
Yeah, I am. I just needed a drink to get me through it. Thought you'd gone.
Oh, the landlord pushed the meeting back. Oh, you could come now. I'm having dinner with Billy first, but...
Sorry, it's going to take hours. Invoices, my personal favourite.
Hi.
See ya.
Hey. So, we can stay here or head into town. And then I can get a cheeky lift to my meeting.
I can't. I've got a job on.
Eh? You said you were free when I texted.
Well, now I'm doing a run for Jay. At least I'm telling you, babe.
All right, well, maybe we can move it till later. Take away at 9.
I'll text you.
Why are lads so useless?
How long have you got?
I don't want to be checking my phone all day, not knowing if the comfers are staying on or off.
So he takes you as you are.
Only a bloke would say that.
Oh, great. Now the landlord's cancelled completely. Brilliant. I'll just go home and pitch my idea to myself.
I wish you would stop doing this to me. You all right?
They had me waiting all morning. I was only in there 5 minutes and they let me go.
Well, what did the police think you were doing?
Moving Joe's body, I suppose.
And you told them that it was a blatant setup by Kim Tate.
Right, look, he says he has nothing to do with any message, all right? Tell him.
She must have nicked my phone out my pocket. Denied it to my face as well.
She's a snake, that's why. And who's the idiot for going up there?
I was seeing Graham. I wasn't in on it, I promise.
Never thought you were, mate.
Great, well, that's settled. Come on, back to school now.
What about my phone? I just bought a new footy game for it.
We'll get it back. You just stay away from her, yeah?
Come on.
Thanks. See ya. Well, where are you going now?
I'm going having a shower. I'm going to find Kim Tate.
Don't tell me I don't ever do anything for you.
Oh, hey.
Hi. I'm home for lunch.
I can see.
Have some.
Oh, now you ask me. What have you done to your hair?
Oh, bedhead. Took a snooze on the sofa, woke up famished.
I'm impressed. Never had you down as a secret eater.
Well, migraine, food's the only thing that will help.
Do you know what? I will join you, actually, now that my meeting's been cancelled. Oh, we could watch our favourite episode of The Bachelor and catch up. Great. What's that?
What?
That noise. There's someone up there.
I don't even want any more kids. Paddy and I discussed it after Leo and we agreed that we'd stop at one and adopt. Which never happened, clearly. Turns out he was desperate for his own child all along.
Oh, people and circumstances change.
Do you know, I don't even mind. Because Paddy is so brilliant with Leo that he deserves to be a dad. And Pete does too, you know? Even when Leo was being off with him, he didn't give up. He was so sweet and so patient with him. Who knows? Maybe I would have changed my mind about having kids, eh? But now I can't. Because it's been taken from me. I have nothing inside. You know, that's what it feels like. Just an empty space and missing. And I keep having these dreams where I've lost something, but I don't know what it is. And then when I wake up, there's this ache. And I never expected it, Marlon, and I never thought I'd be like this.
Honestly, Tracy, I haven't got a clue. I've been zonked out on the sofa.
That was definitely a person or a humongous mouse. Hello?
I really don't think you should do that.
Why?
It's Layla. She's got a man up there.
Layla?
I know. Awkward, right?
So she wasn't with Megan. Sneaky mare.
I suppose.
Oh, binning off my meeting so she can have a quickie with some bloke. Who is it?
Should we go have a listen? No. Tracy, that's really intrusive. You wouldn't like it if she did that to you.
All right, Miss Boring. You can tell I'm a teacher.
Anyway, I'm home for a migraine, so if you are going to stick around, then you'll need to keep it down.
Fine. I'll go to the cafe and bother Rodney.
Maybe don't mention it to Layla.
Who made you boss a girl code?
Finally! I was doing my quality checks. Goodie bags today, a bespoke range of home farm chocks tomorrow.
Part of your council manifesto, is it?
No.
Well, you've been whittering on about it all morning.
I have not.
Are you only doing this because of what I said to you the other day?
And I believe in the local cause. School cuts can't be allowed to disrupt our precious children's education.
Ah, you've been working on the angle of that.
Well, it's all about the kiddies, clearly, you know. Fertile minds need 5-day week. That's my slogan. Think it's catchy enough?
No.
Well, I'll give you my leaflets when my campaign gets going.
Oh, Jay, do you know anything about this order?
No.
Hope and Grantley. It's not on the system. Maybe your dad took it.
OK, we'll just enter it then.
Yeah, too late. They just called. They want to know what time we're delivering today.
Today?
1,000 units.
1,000 what?
I thought she was coming upstairs. I was going to hide under the bed, but there were too many shoes.
The bed, this isn't a 70s sitcom.
What?
I would have hidden behind the door. Simple and classic.
It's not funny. Tracy almost caught us.
And I saved the day. Now she thinks that Layla's romping upstairs with some hot piece of stuff.
You're talking about my actual mum.
OK, I'm sorry. That we can't get a single hour to ourselves without somebody ruining it. Look, I made you a feast.
Amazing.
Why don't we take this back to bed?
Suppose Tracy comes back.
She's gone to the cafe. You know how long Rodney takes to make a cup of coffee.
What about school?
OK, well, we can spend the rest of the time that we've got left discussing that, or... I know what I'd prefer.
He's emailed again. That symposium guy. He says if I don't take the place, he's going to offer it to some cheesemonger that he knows.
Just go, man. I bet there's loads of independent retailers who aren't in couples. It'll be a laugh.
You reckon?
Yeah, I went on a week's Wessie with work once. It was amazing. I made friends for life.
What was that for?
PTSD and the domestic abuse survivor.
Wow. Oh, that puts my hidden costs of refrigeration units in the shade.
Well, I could come with you. Joke. I'm far too busy clocking up the hours in here.
What are you actually doing?
Nothing. The police could change their mind about dropping my case, so there's no point in getting a job or making promises to Kyle.
Do you think that's likely?
I don't know. But until I see it in writing, anything could happen.
Is it safe to sit down? I mean, you're not going to wrap me up in padding and stuff a load of pregnancy vitamins down my throat, are you?
All right, I get the message. If your consultant says you're good, then I'll try and relax. You could take up knitting. Heard it's very therapeutic. Shut up, you.
You may jest, but that's how people used to get ready for babies. My mum knitted blankets, and my dad built me a doll's house. They were convinced I was a girl.
Yeah, no one is making a doll's house. Paddy and woodwork don't mix, and the last thing he made me was a wonky mousetrap.
Yeah, in primary school. My skills have got bad since then. She didn't talk about Grace. Did you notice? And that's good, isn't it? Normally, everything goes back to her. Well, just because she's got a distraction doesn't mean she's not grieving. No, I know that. Well, she hadn't brought it up now. I'm sorry, I know what my mum's like. How she buries stuff, and I just wish I could do more to help her.
Billy, will you give us hand with this, please, before I drop it? Ta.
Just for you, can anyone join?
Leftovers from a wedding.
And they're finding a way to your peach from Prosecco parties. Smart.
They're all personalised. Unless we get a booking from Barnaby and Clothill, then they're no use. You know, I haven't told Trace, but I think we're onto a loser. We've got all the faff of getting a licence, and by the time we've shelled out for a venue and we get it all set up, I mean, well, we're never going to make that money back.
You mean people aren't keen to buy your birdseed pizzas?
It's quinoa. It's a niche market. Not our best idea.
You might want to tell Tracy that I think she's on the way to a meeting early.
Yeah, I know. She's in denial about it. I just don't want to break her heart.
Can't all be the menopause, can it? Maybe there is something wrong with me.
I think it's making you more sensitive.
I've had a child. I have a career that I love. I have lots of things that define me that are nothing to do with my fertility. I just don't want to end up all bitter and jealous.
Give it a few days to sink in, you'll feel differently.
Really?
Yes, I know you, Ronnie. You are good and generous, and you don't let things be. You came back after Pierce.
Because I could. Because I knew that no matter what that man took from me, I had this steel at my centre that he could never touch. But that's gone. Suddenly, I'm a broken mess.
You are not broken. You had something that wasn't doing its job, so it needed fixing, just like with Sarah's heart.
Yeah, and she's a kid, and she's still way more together than I am.
Why can't you talk to Pete about this?
I don't know. I just can't. I'm too young for the menopause, Marlon. And I hate the thought of Pete looking at me differently. I mean, he says he won't, but they don't call it the change for no reason.
Pete cares. And if you talk to him like you're talking to me...
I trust you, Marlon. You understand.
I'm glad you've cleared that up.
Pete.
But you won't even give me a chance. How am I supposed to know how you're feeling?
Well, this all looks very cosy. Hey? I thought you were busy working all afternoon. And you stood me up for some non-existent job.
Sorry?
You were getting it on in our house. I mean, some mate you are. First you cut me out of the family meal, then, once again, you move in on a guy that I was dumb enough to like.
Trace, I don't know what you're raving about. Honestly, I wouldn't get it on with anyone.
I heard you in the bedroom.
You really didn't.
I think I would have remembered that.
You backstabbing slapper!
I literally came over here to carry a box.
Oh, save it, Billy. I mean, I must have pushover written all over me. Well, don't go thinking you're anything special. She just gets some kind of weird kick out of nicking my blokes.
Oh, here we go again. Poor little victim Tracy routine. Maybe David slept with me because there was something wrong with your marriage.
Yes, you! You're a two-faced, man-stealing sex mad. I mean, you nicked Jay off Megan, then you split Clive up from his fiancée. I mean, you're a whole wrecking tart.
Were you this possessive with David, Trace? Because it's not normal. Right, you are paranoid. You need to get yourself to a psychiatrist.
It's not funny. This is all my fault.
Emmerdale continues in half an hour.